My name is Marc and I love cars.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Raul, because I'm sure nobody remembers me anymore since I don't appear in the videos because I don't have time. And today with Marc, with the A-Team, as always, like in the old days, and as always, it will be whenever it will be. We have the 132 here, and obviously I've been dying to explain this because, of course, it's a seat. It's from the era that I like. I don't know everything about them, obviously, but I think it's a first series. Because we've already found some things that this magazine explains to us. Because we found this magazine and we said, oh, this car is so cool. Let's look for one and check some things to see if the magazine is actually correct. Because there are things that don't add up. And here you can see if this grille here has 4 slats wide. Why with this same license plate? When you open here, the slat already has 11 slats like the one on the car presented. Ah, and it's the same license plate. Strange things from Autopista magazine. We'll need to ask the editor, who may already be retired. Who knows what happened? There was already artificial intelligence, and they were already putting a different grille on a car.
Yeah, but this gentleman is more than retired, huh? February 2nd, 1972.
Yeah, I was 1 year old, I wasn't reliable yet, yeah, well. Seat 132 LL 1800, because as we've seen here, there was the 132 L 1600 with overhead camshaft, also the 132 L 1600, and the 132 L 1800, which is this one, the 1800. They didn't make it without the L?
But if we want to see the L, right, we'd have to go to the back.
Let's go to the back. Omar falls while his back is turned, making me laugh. I grab the camera and film him on the ground. The magazine says the 132 LL is the luxury version. I have to disagree a bit on this, as always, because in the first series of the 131 we have the L and the E, and the L is much less luxurious than the E. What does it mean that one is the luxury and the other is the special? Wow, is the special model more luxurious? We know it's faster, but they say the L stands for luxury. I'm not sure. Back then, did the letters in Spanish match? Then with the arrival of the Ibiza, which instead of special was a special with an S, the letters still match the word here. And 1800, did you know that this first series knew it? The 1600 had the same emblem as this one, with a 6 and these numbers, right? Or was it like the 124 emblem?
For the 1600, the prices, I think the magazine tells you the prices for the 3 models they made. The 1600, the 1600 luxury.
What I haven't confirmed yet, now it's up to you in the comments. The difference between an L and a non-L, for example, a 1600L and an 1800L. What differences did they have in terms of interior finish? Whether it was the chrome, the type of carpet, I don't know.
They already came with the radio.
And then I want you to do your homework. We don't know what this is. The car actually has it. You'll see. The interior has a switch with a power strip plugged in with wires. Does that mean this is something? Could it be the windshield washer fluid? I don't think so. No, it's not on the lever. It must be the high beam switch. It's not on the light lever. It must be for the high beams. This is the switch.
Leave it here. Let's see. Let's take a look.
About the prices.
Let's see if it was here.
It gets wrinkled. Marc, the magazine is worth more than the car.
No, look at it. Here you have it. Look, here you can see the prices.
It lists 132 in 3 versions. 1600 sedan, 1600 luxury, and 1800 luxury. The L model we mentioned, right? I'd like to know the difference in finish between a 1600 sedan and a 1600 luxury.
It's clear. The 1600 was $278,000, while the luxury was $316,000.
I want to know what's inside, what it has inside in terms of chrome, handles.
Hasn't it happened to you that you go to a store and ask what the difference is between one and the other, and they just tell you the only difference is the price?
You ask the salesperson, what's the difference? They reply, I'm not sure, but it's pricier, so it's better.
I think one of the things might have been the electric antenna, maybe?
An electric antenna wouldn't really matter, I think.
Electric antennas weren't standard.
For me, put this in the comments. I think back then
They didn't include a radio, and the 1800 used the same one.
They came pre-installed, I don't think, with a radio. I wanted to point out that in the photo, it has the same grille Marc and I have. This grille on the cover looks familiar. I think I've seen it before. I always work from memory. I don't study, I just remember this grille. I told Marc it might be yours. maybe from the first series. There was another grille before, but it's the same car from the test, and inside it has Marc's grille. Can someone clarify this for me? Some might say this is a second series grille, but isn't this still the first series? Well, no, because the same car with the same license plate, green test car, the same number, has a change of grills. What happened here?
Please, Mr. Editor from the year 74 of Autopista magazine.
If you're watching the channel, please let us know.
Explain what happened here while you were watching. What did you do with the photos? You fooled everyone, including those paying 30 pesetas.
Shame on you.
Superhighway magazine, the bigger edition with more pages, cost 30 pesetas, though maybe it was worth 15. This is the super one. So,
Look here, maybe this explains the difference. Besides horsepower, it had more horses and greater engine displacement.
biggest engine is 1,600.
From 1,600 to 1,800 is the difference.
The one with luxury, not luxury.
Its luxury was a bigger engine.
I'll explain. Everything you see here is also in the car. For example, the license plate holder isn't just a plate on a bracket, it's a chrome base. This also happens with the 131E, but not with the 131L luxury version. Why does the special have it if it's not that luxurious? Things I don't understand. So is everything we see here accurate? Look at the first series taillights, the chrome bumper from the first series. With the reverse light on one side, in this case the left, as you can see in the picture. Totally correct, which you know that the Series 2 of the 132 already has 2 reverse lights and the square taillights with 4 double lights? This one? Just like what happened with the 1430. Initially, the cars first have 1 reverse light, and then later 2, and then that's it. Later on, they came with a fog light on the left instead of 2, and on the right, like for example a Panda, just things that change over time. This sticker, notice that it's the original, and you know that this sticker has been reissued a lot at fairs. It's for sale, it's been available for people, but those are reissues. This is the authentic one, and if you look at the photos here, it has it too. I saw it before and I was really amazed. Now I probably won't find it because there are so many photos, but it's there. It's there. Here. You can see it too. It's there. You always catch me with a cold. Here's the sticker, so this one has it. What do they say about this car? Are these defects? Do they tell you that it's really hard to remove the gas cap? Because it's not easy for your fingers to grab the top? It's true. And that's happened to Mar. She went to refuel, 2 of her fingers got caught, and now her fingers are bleeding, her nails are broken. Okay?
I can't drive.
Huh? See, you can't fit your hands into pull. That's one flaw. Another is poor braking. Mar has done everything new. Changed the hoses, changed the calipers, changed the fluids, brakes, changed the brake master cylinder, and the car has normal brakes. Why? Because the car still uses 13-inch wheels and small disc brakes like a 124, because that's all that's available. And of course this was solved.
And then the other problem. Yes, the wheel is very nice.
Wide and everything.
This type of wheel is in high demand. But the fact that these little squares make it look very nice means it doesn't have good ventilation, and you can tell.
What happened in Series 3 of 132? Did you know that the 14-inch wheel is already out, which is exactly the same design as the 13-inch from the Super Mirafiori of the 131 Series 2, but in 14 inches?
And there, I suppose, and I'm just guessing, that it's for the better. If they wanted to, maybe they increased, I don't know, the diameter of the disc when they put on a 14-inch wheel maybe, since something a bit bigger could fit. No, that was to improve the brakes in Series 3. We're still in Series 1. Things I've seen on the car that wouldn't be original, because that's the topic, right? The car.
The trunk. What's inside isn't original. It didn't come standard.
It came with the car.
Do you want to know what's inside?
Want to know how many bodies fit? You won't, since we can't go in.
But we can find out how many magazines can fit.
Yes, and we have a gas tank here that takes up the whole trunk.
I want to thank my friend Diego, who gave me all these magazines and handed them to me last night before I did the review. And they've stayed here.
And look what's here.
Ah, look.
Strange, right? I didn't know this car. You wonder, what is this?
So?
Oh, nice. A VX Palmares. Well then, let me tell you, look how smoothly this closes. I want you to see it, because this is amazing. Not even the Bentley Turbo R or the Rolls Sinatra close like this. I'm sure it gets stronger.
No.
Look at this here.
I don't agree with this, but it's very good.
Look at this here. You're seeing, right? The finger. Let's see.
All the doors, the same.
We said that back then, around 850 or a bit earlier, the doors closed poorly. You had to push hard, it was tough, but this was already considered premium quality.
What I like the most is the quality of these seats. Look at the seats, how beautiful they are. The upholstery and the color are gorgeous.
Yeah, these black carpets don't suit Marc at all.
I'm sorry, no, that's not what I had.
To tell you,
It feels like these seats.
the 131E isn't the L, the luxury model. It should have the same door handle and square trim as the 132. It's the same with the 131E otherwise. It has a narrower plastic base and handle. We're talking about an L, the 131, not an E, and this ashtray, is it sometimes the same or similar to the one in the 131? Yes, it's the same rear door, right? No. That one has a wider chrome trim on top, but it's the same system, just the chrome piece on the 131 is a little bit wider, and it's padded the same way on the E.
It's unthinkable nowadays to find an ashtray in the back of the car, in each of the doors, and then in the front.
These days they make them without a spare tire or lighter, and instead include a vaporizer since smoking isn't as common. Trends and styles have changed. It's poorly done. So, I want to show you that this car has a flaw on the side. We're not talking about the bodywork. The car is flawless, beautiful, original, perfect paint. But what does this car have that it shouldn't? Marc? Did you know that in the first series this was always metal? And remember that the Series 3 had these moldings? I mean, these are moldings from the 132. It's not something from aftermarket shops, they're from the car. But I guess when this gentleman bought the car, then when Series 3 came out years later, he said, wow, how do these protectors look?
They look really good, of course.
They're original and from Series 3 just in their place.
Yeah, they look really good.
This car, does it have the original sticker?
You're not going to give me 100% anymore, right? Well,
And the badge? This one didn't come with the car.
this was very typical of the era. St. Christopher, who was the patron saint of drivers from Piedmont, right?
Now, license plate enthusiast, here you have the ones from the right era, okay? Reflective small letters, narrow, authentic, their own, yes, yes. And as I've mentioned in other videos, the first series of 132, the indicator lenses by regulation still didn't have to be orange, so the turn signals are white. This lens is correct. It should be white. You can swap it for an orange one in Series 2, but this one is supposed to be white for the turn signal. The 131 was identical to the first units, and the 127 also had white turn signals, which later changed to orange lenses. Notice this side mirror is original, as shown in the magazine. Previously it lacked the right one, but now the correct right mirror is installed. Also safety, but it's the same mirror, design, and shape. He didn't just use any mirror, he installed it well and screwed it in, as they'll do. Later, after the 132, the doors changed. This one is from the first series. See, there's no spot for the mirror, and it's all open. You know that later on, the 132 door, like the 131, has a part here that's a base to put the mirror on, right? But that happens in the later versions of the 132, this detail changes. The rest is the same. In case you didn't know, though most probably do, what else can I add? There's not much. It's a Biarble, a 1008, not the same engine. From the 124 Sport.
They were
107.
horses and the...
124 multiplied by 1,800 equals 118, but it's still part of the 1,800s, making it the best among them. Now about the hood, look at the detail from that time. The thing about the half-hour parking zones, whatever it is, that's the thing. The schedule you set when you used the disc back then.
Let's open the hood.
Let's open the hood. Yes, you're watching Marc's Garage.
I'm going to take several photos. I'll upload them to the Marc's Garage website, www.marcsgarage.es, and there you'll see the description. And if I've missed anything, we'll put it there in that section. So don't forget to visit my website, and if you want to sell a car for €1, that's your place.
This hood is really hard to lift. You can't imagine how heavy it is. Unlike today's plastic hoods, this one is solid metal. This original inner protector came from the 132 and is shown in the magazine as a way to soundproof engine noise. Here's the typical twin cam found in the 124 Sport. This cover is yellow plastic, but like in the 1600, it's aluminum in this case. Silver metallic? Aren't you going to paint it yellow? It's marked on the exhaust manifold. You changed it, right? It looks like you did.
Now we're going to, it had to be changed because it was rotten, and here and all of this.
The manifold, where did you find it? Well,
In Igualapop,
used, Igualapop, painted and installed by you.
you can find almost everything on Igualapop. And the funny thing is that this guy didn't do shipping, and I had to beg him to send it to me because he was on the other side of Spain. And he said,
Could you have made another trip with the Land Rover to go get this? No.
no, so it's been hard, but I found it. One of the things I like most about this car is the air cooling system, which is very comfortable. Because as you can see here, it has the blue part for summer and the winter one. What happens is that in winter, this air vent is focused. See, you just apply a little bit of force.
I got a little very good.
Very good, yes. They fall for the lame one.
Hot air?
Perfect for winter and in summer.
And in summer. Did you always know about this super system?
Super comfortable. Because before, yes, exactly. All the seats were a bit uncomfortable until that day because you had to take out all three.
You have it here too, if you cover it.
You have one, the cover fits, but inside there's no partition, just an empty cover. That's strange. On the back, yes, but there are the winter and summer letters.
There's an E and an I. It would be a 5, right?
And maybe it comes from Italian?
Of course, because it wouldn't be in Catalan. Steve, no?
It must not be from...
Like in Zona Franca, they raised the heat and switched it to Catalan.
It should be in Italian, but honestly, it's much more comfortable this way.
Yes, that's the automatic demo.
I didn't know about it. Do you see this?
By the way, for those who haven't seen the video about the 132 where we found it in a parking lot in Barcelona, abandoned there for 14 or 15 years. And we rescued it, and we've done all kinds of maintenance on it. So don't miss the video and go to the video list. Maybe I'll leave it here in the description, the video number.
He won't do it. He'll do...
Yes, I will do it. Yes, I will do it.
A nuance, huh? A car is truly abandoned when left somewhere, but if it's in a parking lot under a tarp and someone pays to keep it there, it's not abandoned. It's not abandoned, it's just been sitting there for years. Abandoned means people don't want it.
Tell us in the comments if you think a car that hasn't started in 14 years is abandoned.
It's not abandoned. There's an owner, keys, papers, everything. It's not abandoned. In the 2 Series, there was a rim with round holes and a dish hubcap, but that's gone now because the 3 Series is different. This is a different rim, and these bolts aren't the usual kind. They're not plastic.
Huh?
Ah, okay, a plastic cover on top.
It's a plastic cover on top?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say something weird.
It's a plastic, a decoration.
Okay, that's it. Maybe the rim type makes the screw look thicker, which seemed odd to me. Well, I think the first series was the most beautiful. I've always loved the 3 horizontal taillights, like the 124's pyramid-shaped lights and the first 14-30's elongated taillight, plus a reverse light. For me, they were the most beautiful. The taillights they made later, for me, lost that charm.
The one I like the least is the Series 3.
You don't like it? Why?
There's a lot of plastic.
The interior is very nice, including the gauges and the electric left mirror.
But these are made of cheap plastic, and these are higher quality. Look, check it out, look.
Series 3, if you look.
Look at how beautiful these beglia are.
These are like this, yes.
These beglia are beautiful, right?
Do you know what she really likes? The wood has some extra chrome here on the top part of the door, which is where these cars used to rot a lot. Since they used to rot a lot, I think they took steps to prevent it so it wouldn't be noticed. Did you know that the 3 Series has chrome all the way up here? It has some chrome strips that cover this part because this area tends to rot a lot, while this one only has a small strip. That also happens in my 3 Series.
This one has no rust.
In this car I have, which is actually a limousine, the extended version, the parts are from the 3 Series and that's it. I think we need to start it up here, do a dynamic test or something, but do you have the suction cup?
What suction cup?
The one for dynamic tests?
Yes, I have it, yes.
It's just been so long since our last dynamic test as lovers. I don't even know where the suction cup is now.
Well, let's put the suction cup on and you take a spin.
Notice the detail of the brake booster diaphragm. In other cars like the 131, it's attached with the brake master cylinder, but here, probably due to space, they made this part longer, put the diaphragm here, and the brake master cylinder barely fit. Because here it's something very curious that doesn't happen in other cars. It happened with these inventions of the time, but it's very interesting. Lifting this up, I wonder, what is this? Is it the variable geometry turbo? Garrett 4. Sometimes it looks like a turbo. With these volumes, the volumetric.
A Garrett, it's written here, yes.
You put Garrett Turbo, a turbo with 300 horsepower.
Redneck Turbo.
But very good, very cool, very original. Everything. His acquaintance. Did I want to mention something to you? This color? We couldn't find the color label or tell if it had one, since the 131s is inside the hood, but this one had a blanket. So, I'm saying from memory that this is the color beige, Sahara. Tell us in the comments if you know the name of this color or if it was a different one so we can provide more information about the vehicle. It's not just for those who want a similar car or paint color. You can say it's Sahara beige, which was common for seat then. What else? Let's close the hood.
Let's close the hood and take it for a spin.
A hood with automatic locking. Unlike the 131 where you lift, release, and latch it forward, this one works like the 124. I think they're the same. Is this...
Let it drop in the middle so it closes properly.
I think the hood and the grille also change in the other series. I want to remember... No, I don't know. Let me know in the comments because I don't remember, because it's been 20 years since I've seen mine.
It's very nice. The car is beautiful.
What it needs is the polish that you'll give it, for sure, so it can get its shine back after so much time in the garage.
Yes.
Yes, it has a layer that needs some polishing.
This is the idea.
Look at the bumpers.
Because we have all the bumpers in very good condition, the chrome ones. The paint is also in very good condition, but it needs a polish, like you said. And then the interior is the most spectacular part because you have all the fabric in perfect condition. The seats don't have any kind of tears and they look practically new. And you say,
Look at the roof, not like the cars nowadays. The roof,
made of fabric.
it doesn't sag.
Fabric ceiling?
The door panels don't swell. Everything is like new, as if the car wasn't 200 years old.
But why is it in such good condition? Because it only has 44,528 kilometers.
Well, that's what everyone says, right?
But it's not.
No, but I've already gone around 3 times.
But I have all the vehicle inspections and they have the technical sheet. They used to mark it and write it here. Yes, in some regions they didn't, but here in the province of Barcelona, they've always written it. And you can track it, and besides, you just have to see how everything is inside.
These switches, record them. They remind us of another car that had these switches. Look at these switches, up and down. Do you know which car this comes in, or which car reused it later? Because this one was first, right? I imagine the 127 first series, the LS. Do you remember the LS, which had a different dashboard from the first series 127s? Instead of a normal up-down switch, it had these really strange ones. Well, now I remember the LS, that these switches, or very similar ones, are the ones from the 127 LS, which were previously in the 132. This steering wheel play shows it's a worm gear, not rack and pinion like the 124 except for the Pata Negra models FL92 and FL3.
It still has the original steering wheel. An 8-track player from that era was installed since this radio played tapes.
The marathon has achieved its first marathon. Jack Cheedy.
Can I play you some romantic music?
This radio isn't vintage, it's just made to look vintage, right? Because look, it goes up to 108 frequency modulation. In the past, they didn't go that high because the band was narrower. Back then, all the stations fit into a smaller band.
It's an 8-track player, you know?
Yes, but before it didn't go that high. Now it's up to 108, whereas it used to be shorter. We're at 105 now because the frequency is increasing. Frequency modulation goes to 108, that's what I see. So, curious curiosities. I wanted to check if you set the direction to worm gears. Features? Ah.
Now I know why it's not working, man.
Because the antenna is folded?
Why do we have to mess with the antenna?
Yes, more features. We're talking about 1,800, right? Features. Look, Pay attention. In fourth, 167.05. In fifth, 164.38. So, we're around 131, which is what I have. The top speed is in fourth gear, and fifth is for saving fuel, but it doesn't have the top speed. The same thing that would happen with the Fiesta XR 2X, how was it? X or X?
No. What people complain about is that we say X, that we say it wrong, because we say X.
I don't know, I don't care.
XR 2, everyone criticizes it. XR 2, that the top speed was in fourth gear, not fifth. Did the same thing happen with the Marc 2 that was featured in the magazine?
The fifth gear was just for cruising.
One of the problems you'll notice when driving, Raul, is that fourth and fifth gears practically have no power.
I'm going to drive, yes,
Yes. I'm going to let you drive. I'm going to let you drive. And then you'll see that the brakes aren't very good either, just like they criticized in the magazine.
One of the things I do like more is, for example, when it comes to shifting gears, it's very precise and also short.
Yes, because the gear lever connects directly to the gearbox with no linkage. You're shifting straight from the gearbox, making it very precise. I've also mentioned the exhaust is very low, and magazines have already called it a flaw.
A cool sound, and the exhaust is very low, so it's very easy to catch it on something, right? Marc? Yes, it's mentioned in the magazine, that's true.
That's true. We haven't mentioned it. It's interesting. Here in the magazine, there's a photo and they make a comment. Yesterday when I put it on, Javier put it on the car. I said, Javier, didn't you do it right? It looks really bad. It's sticking out a lot. It could catch anything on the road because it seems really low. And Javier told me, no, it's not put on right. And then later when I read the magazine article, there's an explanation where they explain it and the photo, and now I'm going to show you. How does it look? Look at the photograph and see what it says. The exhaust pipe hangs down too low, which, apart from the ugly appearance it gives, has the danger of getting caught fairly easily. That's exactly what I told Javier yesterday when I saw it assembled, and I told him this isn't put together right. Javier, so I apologize publicly. I've already done it on WhatsApp that yes, it is assembled. It's just one of those things, and the magazine also says it wasn't done right.
And magazine, add our gas.
Said that you...
Get your fingers caught? That's why Marc lost 2 nails. And here, what we were saying about the grid. You see? This is Marc's grid, so it's correct. Marc has the correct grid. It's in the first photo where there's something strange.
It has its wheels with rims, white turn signals, and all logos correctly placed. The 1,800 badges here, along with the trunk's chrome strip.
The square license plate base doesn't have the plate, as the test plate is long.
But it has its chrome base, its reverse gear on the left, its chrome hood grille just the same, exactly the same, its side grille, its chrome moldings.
Everything is as it should be, except the side moldings, which are from the Series 3. But everything else is authentic. And the mirror they've installed on the right, which didn't come with it, but well, it's something they've added for safety, right?
The car is 437 centimeters long. The 131 was 426 if I remember correctly, so it's bigger than the 131 since it was the flagship.
In movies, we're referring to the top and most powerful version of the 132 from that time.
Did you know the Series 3 later had a 132 with a 2000 engine and camshaft? That's the one I have.
And this part here was an optional speaker. This part here in the cabin. And here...
What does it tell us?
The glove compartment, which is ridiculous, is very small. Maybe they're talking about it with a good lock. It has a shape that's too intricate. It's not very useful. Yes, exactly. It's not very useful. I'll show you why it wasn't very useful. Because nothing fits.
I should mention that testing this car isn't possible since no units are available. What a move by the brand.
It's curious because in the same article,
the magazine says it here,
they explained that they had to buy the car in order to do the test. Imagine the marketing director if there was one at SEAT back then, which I don't think there was. They made such an important magazine as Autopista buy the vehicle because they wouldn't give them a car to test, and then they...
When they finished the test, they put it up for sale. The test 132 is for sale, the one that's here in the article.
Yes, but the guy tested it and checked the kilometers. 7,413. That's a real dynamic test.
Look here.
Now that's a real test, unlike your crap.
We do it.
I mean, in a year there will be deposits?
Huh? Yes.
Inside where? Oh my God.
See how they're handling it here? With the snow? Lifted up with the axle and all?
After this?
After looking at the magazine, he says, "Look, this is the car. We're going to sell it to you after pushing it to the limit to see how often it redlines and how it performs."
What else was I going to say? I don't know. Oh yeah, this magazine is really funny because look what they do here. They don't talk to you about hybrid cars. They don't talk to you about, what? Saving up to 2 pesetas per liter.
Mix 98 octane gasoline with regular, make a tutti frutti, regular is cheaper and it runs more or less the same and you save some money. They mentioned this before all the eco talk and nonsense.
Can you imagine people now mixing gasoline themselves at gas stations, the lines that would form?
Yeah, look, I've put in a few liters of this one, and then the rest of the other one. That way I save some money. There have always been tricks like that.
Let's start the dynamic test. This will be our longest video yet. Don't you think? Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's do the dynamic test. We'll let Mr. Raoul try out the car.
Alright, hello, the dynamic test begins with Marc and Raoul. These vintage seatbelts aren't retractable, and if you don't tuck them away, they get in the way because you end up sitting on them. Because it's a typical feature of that era, when they might not have even existed yet. No, in the 131 seatbelts were retractable with retractors on the rear seat sides, making it hard for rear passengers to get in. You'd get your foot caught on the spool, but that was already the beginning of the retractable ones. This one is completely manual. Well,
let's see. What I really like is the color. This blue that's dirty and doesn't look very clear.
And next to this other blue one, well, you can't really tell that it's blue.
With what would be the orange seats, the combination is beautiful.
do you like colored seatbelts like the 205 Rally? It was a lot of work to clean them, to make them red, because they were black. Let's see. This car still needs a key, and I see there's no key here. It's not like cars nowadays, where you just get close and press the start button and it starts.
So if not, there won't be a test drive.
I'm coming.
It says IMSA, seat, IMSA. Aren't you going to see it on the camera? On one side it says seat, and on the other it says International Motorsports Association. It's the brand of the lock, in this case the ignition key. The other key, the one for the doors, says seat and International Motorsports Association. We also have two original keys. The door key, the typical seat one, with its shape from that era.
This thicker one, which I have in some International Motorsports Association 127, is also original.
Alright, now let's try. Do you know how to insert the key? If you want.
I'll help you.
That's it. Now we have it started. Neutral gear, we turn it on. A few lights come on here.
It sounds really nice.
It sounds like a seat from then, huh?
Even though it looks like I just started it, the car is already warmed up, since there were unrecorded takes. As you know, the car's fan has kicked in 3 times and you say, if he just started it, he's revving it. You shouldn't rev a car when it's cold, right? The car is already overheated twice and it's very hot. So I pretended to start it and said, see how well it starts. That's the magic of cinema, right, Mar? Yes.
Exactly. She's looking at how beautiful Vale is.
I turned off the lights.
Marc sounds nice, huh? Yeah?
Whenever you want, we can go. Notice that just like the 131, when you accelerate, the body moves to the right because of the engine. It's longitudinal. Look, see. Look, like this. Very comfortable, very comfortable.
Very little, because we also put in new engine mounts, since the old ones were completely worn out.
This car, like the 131 top model, showed 200, but the 132S already showed 220. Very classy.
It only hits 164 in 4th gear, but the speedometer says 220. What's the point?
Let's see.
The tow truck I drive, which is an IVECO, doesn't go over 90 because it has a limiter.
It says 190, yeah, an IVECO tow truck, 190. Let's see how optimistic they are, right? What's up, Embassy?
Or, since I don't get it, 190 is a tow truck. Well, let's see how this goes. Obviously, it's carbureted. Will it jerk a little?
I don't know it. Unlike today's cars, which run smoothly unless they break down, then it's a real hassle. I'll go this way. This road?
Yeah, go this way.
Let's take a walk around here. Through Olesa, yeah. Ha.
go through Alesa?
Huh? Through Alesa? It makes noise. There was a tree. That's not normal. Second gear shifts perfectly. No grinding.
Isn't that what I was telling you?
The truck is very easy in my opinion. Marc drives much more forward than I do. As for the seat position, I feel very restricted, but I don't want to adjust the seats. That would bother the owner because then he can never find his position again, right? Isn't that so?
Is it very hard? Oh.
One more thing.
One less thing.
It's pretty annoying.
As I said, the car is already warm. It's not cold. The temperature is just under 90, which is normal operating range since we've been running it. We didn't have the car here. It was in Marc's parking lot, and we brought it out to make the video. So the car is warm. It's not like it just started up cold from Olesa. Dynamic test. No, not at all. We have a highway, then a winding road, and an impatient motorcycle behind us wanting to go faster.
It will overtake us.
All alone, tree-lined road as always. Beautiful. We've tested the brake.
Look at the bike, right?
What the bike does is overtake me because it doesn't let me be Raul. I wanted to screech in the curves. I mean, make the tires squeal, slide the car halfway through the turn, and I can't beat the bike. This hand goes, this hand, what's going on? Marc, have you tried gripping the car in the curves? If not, grab a bike and tell Javier to switch. We'll have to test the shock absorbers. The shock absorbers are the ones from the car, the ones it had.
Which I imagine they are.
Right. You haven't changed them? No, so we'll see if they're effective.
At this speed, you can see it's working well.
At this speed, do you really need shock absorbers or are the springs enough? You don't need them. Well, let me tell you, if you want to criticize whether it's efficient or not, what? You don't need to put it in the comments because there's a filter that deletes it right away. Yes, and we see them, any mention about teeth or whatever, this guy, whatever, that doesn't show up anymore. Bad words, you say something and it's deleted, commented. No, they don't show up automatically, they don't get in anymore, they just don't get in, okay? If you say Raul is handsome, that remains.
Yeah, that word isn't in the filter.
You can say that, yeah.
It's funny. It makes me laugh when they say I delete, any swear word. Do you have the highest filter on YouTube?
If I didn't delete them, I'd be depressed by all the bad comments, right? But no, because of what I was telling you. Look, a panda.
Yes.
Because of my current job, I work many days a week and I work many hours every day and every month. It's currently impossible for me to travel. Making videos is just not possible.
Let's see. The problem is that when you have free time, which is Sunday, I have a wife.
And today, what have you done with your wife, huh?
Today I'm going with Raul and I said I can't take it anymore. I have to see Raul. I'm sorry.
He has to see 132 Marc's garage.
Mar, the issue is we don't have the right stickers here or anywhere else. Still, we'll have to put them on eventually because you deserve it.
I'll put it on myself if you want.
But I can't put the signature. And the percentage is that you have a percentage. I'm sorry, but it's proper.
What percentage are you going to give me?
What percentage would you like?
Man, I'll tell you.
It's negotiable, you know?
It's 99.
You know the percentage changes when exchanging bills.
Not always.
But it disappears, huh?
This piggy needs bills.
Yes, more moldings on the sides. A knob that's worthy of the owner, but not worthy of a new car. You can already see in the magazine that it's a lie.
You're not going to get a cut for a lie that's not about the car.
A four-way emergency flasher switch that's not reliable.
It hurts the eyes.
So of course I wanted to go straight here, push second gear a bit to see how much attitude the twin cam has with its carburetor. But everything is full of curves and the car is doing really well, you know? I have to go through 2 curves, the car doesn't do anything wrong. I know we're not racing, but you can feel it gripping the road and handling well. It goes where you want, sounds great, and there's a sharp turn ahead. I'm not kidding anymore, okay? Don't even. Are these its original tires or did you change them? No.
I haven't changed the tires.
Are you a fan of changing tires, huh? Are you known as Rodri all over Spain as the tire changer? Every car you get, they see you coming, size you up, and it's just to change a light bulb. Same thing.
And interestingly, it doesn't bounce, as you can see. Honestly, it doesn't bounce.
You chose the A120 and it's on its way.
I've gone at 110, and no, it doesn't bounce at all.
You said fourth and fifth are really dead, right?
Well, if you want to accelerate, go ahead. But it takes its time. It's not like the 1600 with the Arbel engine.
The 1600 is very aggressive.
It's an engine where shifting into fourth makes the car feel ready to take off.
The 1600 was a marvel. And honestly, I tell you, the 1600 had 95 horsepower, but the 1600 engine really moves. That's why I like the Ronda Chrono, the 100, the 1600. When I was young, a client had one and it was extremely fast.
Now what you're going to do is we'll stop now, we'll see. I think there's a place to stop and turn around, right?
Beautiful views. This road doesn't let me speed up. Yes, it goes up, it goes up, it goes up, it goes up, it goes up before going to listen. Yes, it goes up, yes, it goes up. The dynamic test is done. Today we don't have a highway or freeway for cool overtakes.
We're not doing 7,000 kilometers.
You can see how trucks quickly fall behind in the test, and you notice when a truck moves, how does it vanish? We can't just keep flooring it.
I remember those dynamic tests and
The test we did with the Series 7, that one, John Manel.
Look, do you want to come in here?
There were 4 or 5 of us in the car, speeding. That test was fun.
And we're going to turn around.
Yeah, that's why this road seems endless and burns through fuel fast. Well, Mark, this is amazing, huh?
Yeah, but move over, let me drive, because at this speed we're going to get ourselves killed.
What do you mean you'll drive? I have the key and stop the car. Get out, you're not taking it now. What are you teaching me? How to drive a seat? I'm the king of seats. I have more seats.
Of the seat, Ibisas?
I have more seats than the Seat Museum.
But you drive like a 90-year-old man. Come on, go.
Come on, show me if you laugh at the curves.
Well, guys, I hope you liked this 1-hour mini review.
Well, we still have to go back and see each other.
Who knows?
See you in the next video. Exactly. There's a premiere every year.
See you later. Goodbye. My name is Mark, and I'm crazy about cars. Do you want to sell your classic car? On my website, Marc's Garage, you can list it for just €1. I prepare the description and post your phone number so you can sell it directly. We are the largest classic car community in the country. We share projects with you, stories, and now we also help you sell.
And when we have more listings each week, I'll make reels and shorts with the 3 classic cars I like the most or the latest ones that have arrived.
Your car could be here. Sell your classic car for €1.